Hey guys, it's Christ169 coming to you live with another video live stream. This video topic is about PC builders out there, and I'll speak to people who are current PC gamers. Is 8 GB VRAM still good in 2024, or are we all doomed who still use 8 GB VRAM cards? And to really decipher this, we have to go the fact that 8 GB for Intel and NVIDIA have been around for a long time. And I'm going to go on here and insert some 8 GB cards. I'm going to go on here, Amazon, places like that, and look, Newegg, usual suspects, um, and even Micro Center, because I like to, torture myself that no, I know we don't have a Micro Center around here. Now we don't have Micro Center in Clarksville, Tennessee, which we had, but we don't have one right now. Um, you type in, let's say a 3070 in Micro Center. Um, it still brings them up. It doesn't really have them. Micro Center doesn't have them. 3070s. No, it didn't have it all. This content you're trying is no longer exists. Wow. Um, they still have 3080s, but it's only going to be in a pre-built 3090s. It's only online, so you probably have to go with the fact you can't go online with them. So we're gonna use Newegg and Amazon being the ones that we can actually go on to look and see what they have. Type in 3070 non-TI, you get 549. 3612 GB is actually 289, but 3070s. And you can get some 8 GB cards for 399 at Prime, GeForce. The one I have is it's the three-handed. It's the Trio. That's probably going to be the biggest one they have, and that's about $500. Newegg. Let's top on it though, and check 3070. Just for giggles and laughs. $400 from these cards here, though. I mean, it just depends. MSI Trios. They have cards. $800. Some of these. $300, $400. Some of them. Some of them are cheaper than others. But you get a refurbished one, refurbished, a lot of them refurbished. Gigabyte ones are a little cheaper. But is 8 GB good? Is 8 GB good? I mean, is it good or bad? I mean, it depends on who you are. Because I have an 8 GB 37, like I said, 3070, 8 GB 3070. And I believe that, it's a good graphics card. The bus is like 256 memory bus with pretty good CUDA core, I think 5,000 CUDA core count. But in the time they released this thing, in the time they released the 3070, 70, release date was October 20th, October 29th. So it actually, the TI came out June 10th next year. So really, it came out, not even 4 years ago yet. And in 4 years, 8 GB VRAM has pretty much ran its course. But you have to go back farther than that. 8 GB VRAM has been out for over a decade now. A lot of people don't know this. 8 GB VRAM had been out for over a decade now. A lot of people don't understand that. don't know that the 8 gigabyte cards has been out for a long, long time. And that's where a lot of people think, oh well, you don't understand, get it, blah 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 blah. Well, the 8 gigabyte cards have been out for over a decade, and some of the 10 series and 9 series were actually 8 gigabyte variants. So 8 gigabyte cards have been pushed and pushed and pushed to 30 series cards, 3070, 3060, 8 gigabyte card, 4060, um, even 3050. I think is eight. I think 8 gigabytes. I think it is. So you have a lot of 8 gigabyte variants out there, different cards, but yet VRAM is still locked at 8 gigabytes. The TI at the most should have been 10. 37 Ti should have been 10 gigabytes. 3080 should have been 12 and maybe even 16 or 14 is going to be, even more, a crackpot out there. They didn't do that. And I've been checking. NVIDIA didn't really understand, the time they're in because if they did, they would have upgraded those cards quickly. That's why I joke. You saw that you saw a meme of a car and you saw the tires and you saw the I didn't think of the Porsche or Ferrari, and that says G-force on it, and it has small tires called VRAM. But you saw the AMD car. It was like a little bug, and it said AMD, and it had the tires were like VRAM were like huge. So it's like you have two different variables there. And that meme says that the G-force NVIDIA cards are bigger card, more performance, but they have lower VRAM. And AMD cards are slower, but have more VRAM because they don't have all the CUDA cores to do all the ray tracing back in the day. Is 8 gigabytes of VRAM still good? I can say by using this card for a long time. Hey, boxing. Yeah, like I was going to say there, boxing as well. 8 gigabytes of VRAM is good. Like we have a 1440p monitor, a 34-inch wide, ultra wide monitor with 165 hertz. I only use 100 to 110 hertz because a lot of my games like Battlefield, play Battlefield, don't go past 100 frames anyway. So I lock it in around 80 to 100 frames. My VRAM usage is about 70, 67%. I'm playing games like Resident Evil, for example. I have to lower everything down because it requires more VRAM. But see, for some reason, it already set it high anyway. It sets the custom high that I have to literally tone it down, or I'm literally getting the jittery slow motion, and that's the VRAM's telling me, hey, it's too much, and my RAM spikes up. What happens is in games, okay, in PC gaming, for a lot of people who are brand new out there who don't know, and I did my research. I did my research on this. Okay, your RAM is random access memory. Your system RAM, not your VRAM, your system RAM. So you have 16, 32, or 8. Depending on what you have, hope you have dual channel of either variant I just mentioned. Because let's say you have 8 gigabyte card, like I do. Once my VRAM gets used up, it's going to spill over into the RAM to compensate the lack of VRAM. Because if not, the game will just crash. And now, where graphics cards and motherboard are working better together now with the processor, it's spilling over into the RAM. You might say, "Well, it's not a bad idea," but if you're playing games like Requiem or Last of Us or Hogwarts Legacy that require a lot more VRAM for the reason that the RAM is being used for rendering or for the motion of the processor, your VRAM is being used for the game. That's what people need to understand. VRAM is used for a game. RAM is used for the operational side with the processor, processing RAM. And when those two are working in harmony, it spins not like this, but it spins quite well. It works in unison. But once you have this going really fast, your VRAM, and the RAM is not really going fast because it doesn't need to go fast. But when will start going crazy because this here, like, hey, I'm spilling over into this because my card's only filled up. I can't go anymore. I don't want to crash. So, okay, I'll take some over, says the RAM. RAM takes over. Now you start bottlenecking more. You start having more artifacting, tearing, more problems because now you don't have enough RAM on either side now. That's why having the 4 6 of RAM, 32 gigabytes of RAM will work better. But having a graphics card that has more than what you need is always better. 3080 has 10 gigabyte card, and the TI has 12. Right now, 10 and 12 are going to be obsolete within a few years because right now Hogwarts Legacy requires a lot more than 10 gigabytes of VRAM. You're looking at 16 at least. So yes, you can go buy a 4070 Super. I could go to Best Buy, go on to Newegg, type in there and buy it. The problem is I have to thinking, do I have to upgrade my power supply and maybe even my motherboard if it will support that? Because my brother-in-law told me my system can hold up to a 3090 Ti. It's going to a 4070 highest I can go. Oh, can I go super? See, a lot of questions enter my head. Enter your head too. Yes, you want to go up there and make money and throw it out there and give it to NVIDIA, whatever. That's great. But if you do that, and I have to buy a new motherboard and a new power supply, I'm gonna have to upgrade probably my RAM sticks too and my processor because now I guarantee you the new motherboard I'm gonna get will probably be AM5. So bye bye 5800X3D, bye bye the RAM sticks I have, and bye bye the cooler that right now only fits this motherboard right now. My brother-in-law doing research on it to figure out he can. I think he can. Does Intel or AMD, so it could be able to fit in different motherboards, but that limits the options a lot. So the point being is, yes, go out there and slapping a new graphics card is great, woohoo, and fun. A very quick fix to a short-term problem. But then again, if you're like me and a lot of people who are still rocking AM5s, who don't want to go up there and buy a brand new motherboard and or power supply, because we're happy with what we have right now rocking, it becomes a difficult situation. So do we sit there and say, "Oh well, the hell with it," and just rock out, another $800 because it's going to cost some money to get a new power supply combo with RAM and the motherboard. Sad to say, guys, they're not giving this stuff away for free. So it's going to cost money, and that's where Exion. Yeah, I wrote about them too. They're not bad at all. The ones I would say again are probably the rocks right now. They still have the issue with the I think it was 7,000 CPU having issues with them. So I'm rocking a MSI Tomahawk B550. That's the best you get your hands on for like $300 back when it came out in 2020. So 2019, my brother-in-law bought it. Um, yeah, it is nice. Um, but it is something that needs to be addressed. That I'm at the I'm at the road of I'm at the end of AM4, cross street AM5. I now upgrade my graphics card. Shouldn't be a problem. Buy the graphics card, put it in there. Well, I checked on Micro Center, even though I don't have one around here. The only 3080 Ti they have is in a pre-built. They don't have 3070s anymore. 3090s, they don't have any of them online. Probably in the store. I'm not traveling to Ohio 5 hours away just to go buy a graphics card, folks. But I don't want to pay $1,000 for a 3090. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, this stuff is expensive, okay? We're going to type in, once again, Newegg. I'm going to go on here and look at it. And I'm going to type in, say 3080 Ti, 3080 um, Ti, and look at it. See how much it costs. These things still cost $1,300. It's 2024 and the 4080 come out. Why in the hell is Nvidia still have them at their damn regular price? People are insanity. Okay, how about 3080? Okay, good enough. How about 30? Okay, we'll try 3080. Okay, how about that? That's a cheaper brand. We'll try that one, right? And either way, right? Either way, right? 499, 500, a refurbished, brand new one was 5800, 7800 XVD with 3080, $1,700. There's a Asus Tough, $1,600. There's a refurbished one, 3080, $500. And just for the just for shits and giggles and the hell of it all, let's go ahead and try 3090 because I need to have I need to bend over some more anyway. Um, yeah, yeah, the whopping 1,400, whopping $1,500 down from $1,600. Yeah, the cheap one I found is going to be the 3090s are going to be a refurbished one. That is $1,200. Yeah. So between that and selling my kidneys, you know, to buy a 3070 or 3090, it's silly. This is where crossing over to the red line is probably going to be the next best thing. And like I say, guys, I hate that because I know you guys can't see this on the screen here, but AMD. Let's try. Let's try hell 6700. Let's go 6900 and try that one. See how much they are. Yeah, they're originally about $1,000 too. It's gonna be a little expensive. No, the cards are gonna cost money. How about the new ones that came out? 7800. Try that one. You know, well, they're all pre-built, so that's good. So I'll buy a pre-built. And I can buy. um, 7700. Once again, um, let's type in AMD card. AMD cards. A new egg here. See what they have here. 7900 XT, 729, 6600 non XT 8 gig, $1,000 for a Sapphire Nitro. 6800 is actually being discontinued by the way. 6800 XT is being discontinued. ASRock 499. Um, it also has 16 gigabytes of VRAM. 7800 has 16 gigabytes of VRAM. That's a 499. 600 XT has 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Radeon 6500, 4 gigabyte VRAM, and that's just a total wash. I wouldn't buy the 4 gigabyte 6500 if you're going to do any games other than, I don't know, maybe Minecraft. And even then, Minecraft requires a lot of graphic. Anyway, 700, 20 gigabyte is 729. A lot cheaper than I thought it would be. 6400 is a joke. Once again, if you build it for your sister or brother who's playing stupid games that don't require a lot of graphical, good luck with that. But 6750X, 6750X 12 gigabyte card is a 379, and that's about it. Really well with the game. But see, the thing is, the AMD side, yeah. Well, boxing, I don't have Micro Center by me, so I'm kind of sad. But see, the Micro Centers are good to have, and I hope to get one in Clarksville, Tennessee, eventually. We're getting Dave and Buster's in Governor Square Mall this year. They're actually building one here, so maybe it's hope. But like I said, guys, is 8 gigabytes of VRAM good? Yes and or no. It depends on what you're doing with it. If you're willing to play game, I like me. I play games at 1440p because that's the monitor I have. I can lower it down, but it won't go past. It won't go 14. It won't go 1080p 34 by 40. It goes 19 by 20 or 26 by whatever, 29 or whatever. It won't go the resolution I have unless I put it in 1440, and that's fine. That's what I have. So my GPU is 100% used, and every game, even if I set down to low medium setting, my GPU is 100% locked in. And even with VRAM, it's in the VSync, it's still locked in. So you have to understand that. Now I could probably lower things down to lower that 100% VRAM down. But playing a game like Battlefield, a game like Resident Evil 4, a game like Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 3 and 2, those games are going to use a lot of power. So really, in the sense of understanding all this, we have to get out of our minds that, oh well, I'll change resolution now. You're going to be playing games staring at if you keep lowering resolution down and if 8 GB card, you're going to be staring at a blank screen with screen turned off, computer off. That's how you're going to be playing your games. Because right now, games are becoming more and more harder to run. There's 4090s having trouble running Cyberpunk at highest max settings with crazy epic ray tracing on. Now, of course, it's not optimization, the game's not optimized, so we understand that. But still, you got a 24 GB card and you're having trouble running a game that's been out for 2 years plus. You got a problem here. So, what I'm trying to say is, guys, that I would not hate on 8 GB cards. Hey, if you get 8 GB, if you get a 468 GB card, if you get a 4068 GB card, a 4060 or 3070 8 GB card, know your limitations. Like me, I had to play around with it. Every time I fire up Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 3 or 2, I'm getting a big old screen that says VRAM usage. I'm just sitting at the title screen, and it's literally having trouble. It's literally jittering. So I have to go into options and literally set everything down. Because for some reason my card thinks it's a 3090 or a 4090 all of a sudden. So it's like, I can do this. Like, no, you can't, because I know what's gonna happen to you. Because I was playing Resident Evil 2, and I was getting like I think those little crank wheels with the little lenses. Yeah, that was moving faster than when I was moving. So like, it's not working. We're doing like this. Yeah, I'm not editing the game live, so time to get that going there. Yeah, but I think though, really, with the situation with the 8 GB VRAM, it's going to be this: you can do really well 8 GB VRAM. My sister has 3070 Ti. She plays games at ultra high settings. Well, she plays the custom settings like I do now. I play all my games down custom settings. It works real well. If I have to, I can lower things down if I wanted to, and I do. Playing Battlefield, I have very little stutters at all. Very little stutters at all. And the game runs smooth like butter. So every game I play, I have a lot of good time, and it works. But there is going to be a limitation, like you said, boxing, that I'm going to have to make a decision. Eventually, I'm going to have to make a decision. Do I go get a 3080? No, it's only going to be a band-aid on a broken leg. Or do I set the broken leg by buying a 3090 for $1,200 and sell a kidney? Or do I go over to the red side now and buy this 700 XT that's 12 GB card that hopefully will still be hopefully still be updated by AMD. I never used AMD before, so I don't know what to expect when I go over to across the green bridge to the red bridge. But it shouldn't be hard to take stuff off anyway. But my biggest thing is, well, my Battlefield games was 2042 and Battlefield 4. Uh, Battlefield 3 is okay, but I think 4 and 2042 are really good. I didn't like 1, I didn't like 5, but that's because I think both of those are rushed in the end. Hell, and all the Battlefield games are rushed. You know, what the hell I'm talking about? All games are rushed in the end. But that's what I call it. Why they have a game? No, it's what they have a game mode called Rush for. Anyway though, but 2042 is good. Battlefield 4 is really good story wise. But like I said, the guys out there, like I said, guys out there, like boxing, like I said, um, um, like I said, uh, 8 GB card is so good for another at least 2 years, at least. After that, I'm gonna have to make a decision. I'm gonna have to upgrade my power supply. If I can get only a 4070, that's exact same CUDA core count as the 3070, but has 12 GB of VRAM, I'll go for it. You know what? I don't like it. I think it's silly, but it has 4 more gigabytes than I need. It's better. But right now, I'm still rocking pretty well. But do I have to have it? No. Do I want it to future proof? Yes. But being a PC gamer, we're always updating crap anyway. So that being said, it's something that we have to do normally. Have to do to maintain our insanity because it is insanity out there. With the whole Xbox nonsense that went nowhere to the PlayStation thing to all other crap, people are looking for something to know for some insanity out there, and I think insanity will come in the PC one form of PC gaming if people will give it a chance, try and actually use it. It's a very fun platform. The problem is you run into situations like I'm in right now. I'm at the crossroads. Do I sit there and buy a 6800 that's going to be no longer sold? Do I buy 6900? Do I buy 6500? Do I buy 700 XT? So it's just there's many things you can do. And I think at the end of the day, it boils upon three factors. One being the biggest thing is price. No one on my channel can afford a 4090. If you can, God bless you. If you can, great. But and two, it's the size of your rig. Your rig matters to the most. You cannot put a gigantic baseball bat call a 4090 into your mid-sized tower. It ain't gonna work there, dude. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody tells you. You click your heel like Dorothy all you want and try to beat it, go back to Wizard of Oz, but it's not gonna work. Okay. And thirdly, it's the games that you play. If you play Fortnite and Halo and racing games, you probably can get away with probably a 4070 Super or 4070 Ti, even though it's probably going to phase those out when the 4070 Super is out now. But even if they don't phase them out, and if they do give it out and you can get hands on one, they're going to keep making updates for them because they have to, because people are going to buy them. And they're going to, in the exact same 40 series as the Super and non-Super, or the non-Ti and Ti Super. So you kind of know, hey, they're going to keep updating this card at least for, to say, 5 years, maybe 10 years, maybe longer than that. But right now, how 40 series cards are not selling real well, how they're still not selling very well. People waiting for 5000 series to come out, and it's going to get more expensive. So I'm just looking at probably going to go over to Team Red eventually. I'm thinking where I can buy one. I go to Best Buy and get one, but I want one that's actually not going to be discontinued like the 3800 XT. 6800 I'll be happy with, non XT, but I want the ray tracing too as well. Because I want some ray tracing, but I don't have ray tracing in my games. I just turn it off. Usually on my games like a Battlefield, I turn it off, even though it's turned on because of the updates I get for it. I always turn it off because I don't want it on. Because that there too uses VRAM, but also uses your graphics card. If you want to save your graphics card in VRAM, you don't use ray tracing as much. Most games are automatic. Like Battlefield will turn on automatic because the updates you get through GeForce, you have to go in there and literally, once you optimize it, you have to go in there and change it. So there's things you can do to save the life of your card. And my card came out in 2020. I got my card back in 2023. So I've had it less than a year. I got it in June. So June this year will be 1 year. April or June. Either way, it's still going to be a 1 year deal. and I'm already being hit the threshold of my VRAM already. So you think I feel I got the thing as a gift from family members because I helped pay my sister's car because I used my sister's car when my car went bad for a little while. Oh, you already told the story once, but I'll tell it again now. My car had a bad a BCM problem. A power control module went bad. Cost $500 to get fixed. I'll save that money to go buy a 3070, 3080. Probably 3070 was going to buy back then. So I spent $500, and I had to get her car, of course, her car to get fixed. About time belt, oil changes. So I went ahead and did that. About $975. It kind of drained my finances because of that, and I wasn't really happy. But and I went to work to have a job. Yay, right? So now, about 2.5 months later, my car got fixed. Finally, have it working fine ever since. Well, back in April or June of last year, I came home from work. My father lives with me. My father lives in the same house I do. He lives with me. They handed me a box. He handed me a gigantic, big ass box. Says, here's your 3070. Oh, we bought it for you because you helped your sister out. Oh, actually, his sister bought it for me. My dad paid her back because he sent it to the house and blah blah blah. And that. So, but whatever. Uh, but it's one of those things that my sister, and family did have to do for me. And this is why I'm very hesitant of upgrading the card because of sentimental value. But they even told me I can if I wanted to. It's not a big deal. But it's a good card, a great card to use. It's just like I said, I'm in 1440p territory now. 1080p is working fine. So I think the card is going to work as long as you read the room of the game. Every game before I play like RoboCop, I play Rogue Sig. Yeah, I looked at it, said minimum, recommend specs 3070, blah blah blah. Recommended thing, I think it's like a 2070 or 2060 or whatever for minimum, whatever. So I read everything. Before I download it and play it on Game Pass, whatever, I read it because I want to get an idea of what my thing is going to do with it. Like Cyberpunk was like very vague. 3070 is this, but 3080 is this, 90 is like okay, so I can play it or I'm gonna be staring at a blank screen. One of the two. It's like one of those things. But the game run real well on my 3070, extremely well. So there's games I played that I do play. Now Hogwarts Legacy and Last of Us Part One. I'm not really big into. I'll give Last of Us Part One a chance when it goes down on sale again. I'll probably pick it up and start playing it again. I played it on PlayStation and no, I never got into it. But I'll try it again if I get it on a good deal on Steam sale. And also the Spider-Man coming out. I think no, not Spider-Man, but uh, Horizon Forbidden West coming out next month, and I'm waiting on that one to finally drop on Steam. When it does drop on Steam, it'll be awesome. But like I say, guys, that's something that I really like to you know you know have people do is understand that 8 gigabytes of VRAM is not a terrible situation. 8, 10, 12, 16, 20, they're all numbers, but they're all numbers that are matter, especially to PC gamers like us who are playing games like this. I think if we look at things differently, the more they remain, the more they remain the same. And if we go out there and go, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and this, and this, we'll actually want to do this, 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 and this. And I think if we actually take time to think about what we're doing and what we're playing, we won't have a lot of people on YouTube screaming about how their VRAM stinks, 3070 are garbage. You have to read the room. You have to read what you have to understand the graphics card you're trying to use. You have to understand that your processor is slower than your graphics card. You're gonna have trouble. Um, if your graphics card is if CPU is like fisting it through, and your graphics card is running like a damn snail, you're gonna have problems. This is why I think the 5800X 3D and 5600X non 3D variants, because I use both of them with 3070, and both of them work good. But 5800X 3D processor works a lot better with 3070 than the 5600X, because 5600X came out a lot earlier than the 3070. But this still works fine. So I recommend the 3070. It's just you got to recommend it with a grain of salt. If you get a TI version, I get the TI version. That's a better bet, better CUDA cores, a little faster bus. I think it's like GDR6X, so it's gonna be a little faster. My sister has one of those, and I had told her, hey, now I'll buy off her if she upgrades to anything higher than the 3070 Ti. I'll buy one off her. I'll buy hers off, and that way, because I want to at least try to keep the AM4. Cause I don't want to buy a new damn power supply for 4070, but I'll have to. So, in closing, guys, I think it's really just something that we have to do. If you're a new PC gamer and you're on my channel, hey, what's up? Like, subscribe, notification, ring that bell. But I would also highly recommend you guys looking at um, Gaming Nexus and Jay's 2 cents about a lot of these new PC builds, what do and what not to do. Look at that. Ask questions on YouTubers online other than myself, because I do have knowledge, but I don't have tons of knowledge. But also, when you go to these other sites and go to Micro Center, like Boxing said, or go to Best Buy or even other places, you guys can see it and touch it and feel it. Or you want to shop online only because maybe one of those guys who like shopping online, you don't leave your house. That's fine, whatever. I'm not against that. You can see it and look at it and read reviews on it and have an idea. The one thing you can't do in a store that you can do online is read reviews. It's hard to read a review of a 3090 if you can't read the reviews. Now, online you can. Now, how truthful they are, once again, that's a morality thing, and I'm not here. I ain't the morality police. I'm just here to tell you about the VRAM issues 30 with the 8 GB. But I'm thinking 8 GB is enough for PC gaming 2024. But you're gonna have limitations to what that is. Like me, I'm playing Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 3. I have to go in there and settings and lower down because once again, my 3070 thinks it's 3090. For whatever reason, thinks it cranks it up because like, oh my god, I can 3090. No, you can't because could a cursor is moving like I'm literally you're jerking it across the damn screen. That's not normal. I said no, you're not 3090. I wish you were, but you're not. So so you're not that. Now I can think I'm thin all I want, but I'm not thin. So we have our dreams, but we're not really what that is, right? So we have to accept that fate. That Nvidia doesn't care. Look at the 40 series cards. 4060 is still 8 GB. Yeah, they have 16 variant. When people started getting pitchforks and flames together and started getting the battery RAM ready to ram into Nvidia's compound and take them out and beat them with whatever. People are getting pissed. Like, why in the hell is this freaking 8 GB? Well, what happened to the promise? So they released like a 2060. They released a 12 GB variant. Exacting card is 6 GB, just 6 more gigabytes. Well, I have a few friends of mine who use that, and I think it's good for them. So much so they haven't upgraded yet, and they probably won't for a while. And that's fine. But 8 GB cards are still good, but you're gonna have the big asterisk next to that, a big asterisk saying, but this, but that. You're gonna have to make sacrifices. Um, High settings, medium settings. If you can get past medium or high settings, that's fine. If you can't, like me, I play custom settings because custom sets everything to a certain level where I can change it at will, and it's still custom. But like I said, it's annoying when you're playing a game like Resident Evil and it cranks it up to like 30 level, 39, because think also my card. It thinks my card is all of a sudden damn 3090. It's not. So I have to go in there and manually change it down again. And that's I kind of know what it is. So I go in there and change it quickly, and I move out, and I'm back to the game when I first start up. Um, but really, guys, that much to talk about after this. I think the 3090s are way overpriced. And I think it's a joke that they won't come down just a teeny tiny bit. Hell, the 4070 Super is kicking the shit out of 3090, but yet they're like, oh, we'll keep it $1,200. Like, really? You would think 4070 Super would be a lot more expensive. Once again, you get the usual, NVIDIA shrug kind of thing. It's like, whatever, right? So, I don't know, guys. I'm doing more research on AMD cards. I might be switching over to AMD eventually because, to keep my insanity and also keep myself from, screaming at somebody from NVIDIA. Um, and getting banned from Facebook. I mean, the YouTube or cursing and screaming. I'm gonna be doing because it does get to your mind. It does mess with you. Do you think Nvidia is like, oh VRAM, oh VRAM, oh you ain't getting this like with the cards and people get 30 every time get 30 series cards. And I had friends of mine who settled on 8 GB 3050s. You know, of course they went to AMD when better cards came out, and they never looked back because they got burned. But then again, they had 3050, so it's whatever. But like I said, guys, it's just I understand AMD and Nvidia are in the business of making money. I'm not stupid. I get it. I've been in retail for a long time. But there's come a time where these companies can throw their people a bone occasionally. Throw them a bone. Not have to go there and gut out their system just to put in a 40 series card because their power supply can't you can't go radiation nuclear to power the damn card because it requires a damn nuclear reactor to power the damn thing. You know, this is why you have 4090s burning up and having issues with people losing their whole damn gaming rigs. So that there too is another thing to look at. The 4090s practically catching smoke, catching fire, burning up, melting the damn power supply, melting the clips or whatever you want to call them. I don't give a damn what you call them. The fact is, it's welding the damn plastic together, and that shit's not normal. Okay, you turn on your rig, it's like it's like starting up a damn nuclear reactor the first time. It's like no, that's not what you want to have. But like I said, guys, it's up to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that I should go AMD or stay in NVIDIA? Do you think this whole 8 GB VRAM crap is really just made for NVIDIA to just dangle more VRAM over ahead like they've been doing for the last 10 years anyway? Like below, guys. If you're brand new to the channel, hey man, Christ169. Once again, like, subscribe, no ring that bell. Comment down below what you think about the whole video. Once again, I appreciate you guys watching the video. I think if you guys' insight, good or bad, I appreciate anything you guys have to say because it is normal when it comes to PC related. I appreciate it. Once again, peace out, and see you guys later. Peace. Well, actually, one more side note. I'm on vacation this weekend, so I probably won't be making much videos as much I made. And I ain't making any yesterday because I want to take a day off, so I might make one today. This may be one I'm making today. I may make one Tuesday, but so sure. I got family friends going somewhere, so I might be going with them. So yeah. If I don't see you guys, probably be Wednesday or Thursday if I do make a video. If not, I'll make one this weekend. But hey, you guys be good, be safe. Peace out.